Hey folks, what's going on? It's Matt with Heroic Tactics, and I'm about to bust into my very first ally pack for the game, Imperial Assault. Now, I know the game's been going on for a while, and I haven't really got into it, but this is my first one. I'm going in crazy. I'm not crazy. I mean, the reason I got into this game is that I didn't go crazy. Um, I guess the really cool thing about Imperial Assault, as opposed to HeroClix, is that you know you're going to pull. I paid for the Leia Organa pack, and I'm getting Leia Organa. So that's pretty snazzy. You know, as a lifelong Star Wars fan, of course, if I'm going to be playing any sort of Star Wars miniatures game, I'm going to want the main three. And it helps that when I was up at Nerdstock this weekend, I saw some people playing Leia Organa, and she was grossly good. She's got this power that lets characters within 3 squares make another attack, which is darn near broken. She's got some limitations and stuff like that. This is all what I remember. But we're gonna crack open this pack and see what's in it. First of all, blister packs. I hate them. They are so evil. I mean, the one thing I really kind of like about this hobby is that the figures are $10 a pop. You know, some of the fancier figures or different stuff like that are slightly more expensive, but other than that, it's relatively cheap compared to HeroClix. The one super advantage I saw about HeroClix over this game right there is that HeroClix, you could play main characters and be happy. You know, you really need to be playing some generic characters in the Imperial Assault to have a chance, which, you know, kind of bugs me out because obviously I want to play as all the main characters, and but you need to put in some little dudes and stuff like that, some non-main characters to really have a blast. Let's get all this stuff away. Bum, bum, bum. And we'll slowly unveil. Bam! This is a sculpt. She looks really cool. She's got like the Hoth jacket and stuff like that. She's got her gun. She's looking pretty snazzy. Like, I'm gonna blast some faces. Man, I hope to start painting and maybe not 100% suck at this because some of the players down at Nerdstock were running their painted figures and they looked so good. You know, that is another advantage that HeroClix had is that it's painted. Yeah, maybe sometimes the paint job is whack, but that was really convenient. Is that I can just play, and you can still just play with unpainted figures, but it's just nice to have a good looking figure. All right, and we've got our little list with all the stuff that we're gonna have on that. Ooh, there's a scenario for a skirmish at the Nel Valon War. What? Like, I read all the EU, and like I'm not current in the new novels and stuff like that. But I've never heard of this planet. And the other game you can put on there. So this is where we're getting at right here. This is her player card. And you're probably not going to be able to see that clearly at all. But the main thing she got going for is she got this action that says Battlefield Leadership. Perform an attack. Then choose a friendly character within 3 squares. The spaces, squares, same things. That figure may interrupt to perform an attack on the same target. So it can attack twice. It can do all sorts of stuff. She's got a blue and 2 yellows, which is not the best, but definitely pretty snazzy for her lasers. She's got the gross white defense die, which has got this real evil X-Men symbol. It's not really an X-Men symbol, but it looks like the X-Men symbol that says, "Oh, you missed. Sorry, nice try." Yeah, so that's what she's got going for her. She's only 8 points, and she's a main character, and she's a shooter, and this game is biased toward shooters. What? Did they give me 2 cards? Whoa, mama! Yeah, she comes with this skirmish enhancement card, diplomatic or on a diplomatic mission for leaderships only. Exhaust this card at the end of your turn if you did not perform an attack, and choose one of the following. You either gain 2 movement points, and I don't know if you get that right away for like at the end of your turn, you get to move 2 squares. I'm not 100% clear on that, on the gaining movement points and how that works exactly. And or until the end of the round, apply plus +1 circle or cancel to surge on your defensive results, and you gain 1 victory point. So that's pretty cool because you're just gaining a victory point each turn, which could be nice. Or you can get some really nice defenses. We've got a mission for the game, which I'm not 100% going to play. We've got new scenarios for the skirmish packs, Fallout, and constant motion. Why can't I read this? Constant motion. Reading is not my strong point, and reading upside down is even worse. And then we've got some command cards. She's got a special one. There is another. It's her only. Until the start of a round, use at the start of a round. Until the end of your turn, you gain the Force User trait, and then apply a +1 surge to all your attacks, which is cool. Obviously, because surges are great. This is what I really kind of like. I can feel it. It's got the Return of the Jedi. Oh gosh, I love Fantasy Flight games, the Star Wars games, but they recycle so much art, and I don't know if it's just that's all Disney's letting them have, saying, "Hey, do with these same pieces." But like, there's so much art that I saw in the because I played Destiny pretty hardcore for like 2 months, and so much recycled art from there, which I know is recycled art from the RPG. So it's so much recycled art. Anyway, Force User. When defending, can reroll one defense die, or when attacking, can reroll one attack die, and as an action, you can gain a victory point, which is pretty cool. And then behind enemy lines, used during your active. It's a spy card used during. Use during your activation while in your opponent's deploy zone. Okay, that's not going to really happen unless you get really mobile. And you can look at the top 3 cards of his command cards and return those command cards to the. It's basically Scry if you played Magic at all. It's Scry. But for 1 cost, and you have to be in your opponent's starting area, that seems almost useless. I can't think of an instance where that's going to come to mind. But somebody smarter than me, somebody more experienced than me is probably somebody more experienced than me is got some sneaky stuff with that going on. But that is the Leia Organa pack, $10, and I knew what I was getting, and I didn't have to worry about pulling a rinky-dink rare that I was going to hate, or gosh darn it. Like when I first played HeroClix, like I was right the Batman set, and they had God packs. And then it was Batman, and I'm in love with Batman. Batman's one of my favorite comic book characters. And, man, I pulled so many of that. Who is that obnoxious? Not the... He looks like he's got a trench coat. He's got the Outsiders team ability. God, I pulled like 5 of that jerk. That jerk can go jerk himself to Jerkville. Anyway, this has been my journey down into Imperial Assault. Thank you for watching. If you're interested, I'll be doing more Imperial Assault stuff. I will be hopefully getting some games filmed and, displayed. Probably do some rules tutorials as I grasp the rules better so I can not make a fool of myself and tell you wrong stuff. And I will definitely, in the beginning of next month, be playing that new L5R game, or Legend of the Five Rings from Fantasy Flight, because I am really excited about that. We'll be playing that a lot too, so I'll probably do new videos for that, because it is got the universe that I'm really fond of, and it's not collectible, and that's my thing, is like, I don't want to collect anymore because collecting has made me bankrupt. But thank you for watching. This is Matt with Heroic Tactics, and may all your dice roll hot.